Welcome back, and we are still celebrating the memory of the 6th of October war victory, to shed more light on the issue and to talk more about all the foreign relations of Egypt, whether before the October war, before 1973 and after, and how Egypt regained its position not only in the Middle East but in the whole world. We are very much delighted to have with us live here in the studio our prominent guest, Dr. Mohamed Moukhtar Darwish, Professor of International Relations. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
It would be nice to join the program for today.
Of course, congratulations. We congratulate all Egyptians on this memory. Let's talk more about the surroundings or the environment before the 6th of October war. How was our foreign relations and how the whole world looked at Egypt as a country which lasted for 6 years from 1967 with the status quo, or with the themes as being satisfied with the conclusions after the 1967 defeat?
First of all, we are glad to join this for today, especially for this victory day that's never forget it, on how Egypt passing this war, how Egypt was very well prepared. I mean, our army and reference to your questions, that we was planning to all that we will not go into the war, we will not go to do it, and of course Israel was believed that Egypt cannot allowed to do anything. This the preparations, this the how Egypt was believe in ourselves, in our army, in our soldiers, and was very well prepared and planning, communicating with in Middle East with our friends and our supporters, got also all the needs for the army preparing, gets all tools, and most of the things also vacation for some of the soldiers, cover everything, been very well calculating. We can mention that in international relation, with both sides, with preparing and with ready to that war. And that's why also in war we need to let your others in the war not respecting your action, not respecting you will gonna do it, you're gonna save these things or done these things. That's why Egypt was on the way to control and to passing this war in this last.
But right after the October war victory of Egypt, I think the international community as a whole looked to Egypt in another way.
Of course.
Okay, would you please elaborate?
All the world has been looking for Egypt, that them are never forget, never also believe to let a piece of sand from Egypt, and look proudly on what Egypt done, because what we say is a history. It's never able to do it with very well planning, very well soldiers believing to get this win, and it was very important win, and get authority and power to Egyptian around the world, and all the world had to believe that Egyptian never stop them, has them own power to pass anything, to do anything anytime they want.
How do you see the case, sir, that until the moment some of the military operations which were implemented during the October war, they are still being taught until the moment for students all over the world, and with the comparison between all the facilities introduced to the Egyptian armed forces and the Israeli armed forces, nobody imagined that we can do it and to conquer the Israelis with, of course, the American support. How do you see this?
I see this, like I mentioned when I start, with believing, preparing, depend on several community and several communication and several using technology a little bit in this time, and several ways to get soldiers things needed from the country. That's why was the main to do these actions, and it being get a life to all Egyptian around the world, in them soldiers, in them how deep that our soldiers able to across and passing Israel with very small hole, to open a hole and open a gate using water, to passing these bridges to go back and get Sinai to Egyptians, and give a good lesson to Israel how much Egyptian is very ready. Anytime they want to do something, we will do it.
They can do miracles.
And
Well,
of course,
yeah.
and even like you mentioned, in every academies and also in a military academy and others, them teaching how Egypt passed these things and do this like this victory history things to do.
This is from the military point of view, but let's go to the Egyptians inside. I mean, to the unity among different Egyptian sects and the unity between the people and the army. The people were always saying that do whatever you like, but regain our land. Do whatever it takes to conquer our enemies and not to let them anymore even walking on our land. How do you see this unity as one of the most important factors behind our victory, sir?
It's the source. It's the source, and it is the substance to creating this win. And everybody, as we mentioned and we will see in old before the war and before this win, we see everybody in all the community, they want us to get Israel out of Sinai, and this was a source to get the army and to get the president El Sadat to do these things. Them always, what we mentioned as a one hand, they want this back, get Sinai to get back. They want this win. They didn't want to what we see from Israel dedicated to several things they had done in Egypt, whatever in the schools of Bahr al-Baqar, of whatever them happening. It was a source to power to get Israel out. Every peoples, everyone in Egypt hating this war.
This is going to take me to the psychological side of the coin. The psychological war was also part and parcel of the whole story. We cannot neglect it. How do you see the way late President Anwar Sadat dealt with this psychological war and turned it from a negative issue to something which will get the Egyptians all the time ready to fight and ready to do whatever it takes to regain our land?
Psychology is a very important point, of course, like you mentioned, and it is a very good part related to both whatever peoples, I mean Egyptians, the Egyptian peoples, and even also for the army and the soldiers. And President Sadat has to walk in that and using psychology things and pushing that believe in themselves, believing that we will do it. It's matter of time, it's matter to prepare, and suddenly he make the shock. Suddenly he make the things maybe let the pressure down, wait, hold, we will do it, and we then mentions several scenarios to the Israel that we will not allow to do it. We will take time. We will not thinking in that, and make some covering related to that, and actually using these things to get win. You must using all your keys, and he do these things by using every keys, whatever is military things, psychology, all the part of it, and also with the planning and preparing. That's why we win, and we will, I believe, we will keep win because our president now is very ready to all the scenario. That's why we, inshallah, we will passing anything will gonna happen.
Sir, we are going to continue all the time learning from the October War, and we hope that the current generations are going all the time to remember this with a sense of pride that they are
to be proud of that, to be proud what we done it.
Amen to that. Well, Dr. Darwish, Professor of International Relations, thank you very much for your input, sir. Have a very good day and happy memory.
Of course,
Yeah.
It's a very good memory to never forget it, to believe in our country and our soldiers. We will continue these things, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
We are going to continue celebrating all over the day on Nile TV International the memory of the 6th of October war victory. Stay tuned only on our channel. Many thanks for watching. This was Nermeen Abdurrahman.